not taking. Choose your life. Don't just take what it gives you. I'm finna piggyback on let y'all see the fit real quick. You know, just a little something light real quick. I'm trying to fix this up right where it need to be. You know what I'm saying? Something light. Fix the camera, stuff like that. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's talk about it. I got a trending post going on right now. When I talked about how I went to sleep, and then when I woke up, I had a female friend of mine. I had a female friend of mine that's gonna. I had a female friend of mine that hit me up on my phone to text me because I didn't get the text. I was asleep. When she hit me up, she said that I was out last night. I was drunk, and by me being drunk, what I did was that I started to come stay at your house, and I was like, no, you didn't. Like, no, you didn't, cause I ain't that cool. I ain't that dude. You feel what I'm saying? I'm a very, very straight and black man. Love women. I'm just gonna be honest with you. As a man, just being 100 with you and keeping it all the way G. You're not spending the night in my house. I'm gonna get you a room. I'm gonna get you a room. I'm gonna get you a room, or I'll get you somewhere to stay, but you're not staying here. Cause only women come in my bedroom are women that I'm feeling on. That's just the way I feel. That's what I stand on that. You feel what I'm saying? I stand on that. 110%. I stand on that 110%. That just being real. I don't mix it up. We not gonna play that game, and that's what we gonna be on. And that's real talk. I've never understood the whole male best friend, female best friend. I'm not with that. I don't agree with that. I don't roll with that, because ain't nobody really your friend. Man and woman was created to procreate, not be friends. Now, let me piggyback on that and get all the way G about it. Now, don't get it twisted. People can be your friend, but when they're genuinely your friend, there's no crossing of the lines. It's no, because let me explain a little deeper. If you my female friend, I'm gonna treat you just like my homeboy. Like, I'm gonna treat my female friend just like my homeboy. Just like I wouldn't feel on my homeboy, I'm not gonna feel on you. Just like I'm not gonna have sexual intent towards my homeboy, I'm not gonna have sexual intent towards you. But the reality of it is that, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? What reality of it is that unlike my homeboys, you can get that work. You can get that work. Give me my drink. You know what I'm saying? Unlike my homeboy, you can get that work. You know what I'm saying? You know, straight up 100. Like, I don't desire to see my homeboy get dressed, but deep down inside, subliminally, I'm just deep down inside, I want to see you get dressed. It's no different between you and that fine woman that I see in the club. I will work you with no hesitation. Yeah, you nailed to the cross. Yeah, I will work you with, I'm not ashamed to say that, because I'm not being disrespectful when I say it. So what I'm saying is, you call me, you talking about you want to come by and kick it. No, you ain't gonna come out here. What you gonna do is that I'm gonna make sure. If I would have been up, I would have got you an Uber, or I would have made sure you made it home safely, like a real homeboy should. Homeboys and homegirls don't sleep in the same bed together unless it's dire circumstances. That's what I mean by that. I'm not sleeping in the bed with my homegirl. I'm a straight man. You gonna come to bed with your inappropriates home. You feel what I'm saying? And it's up there and it's stuck there. You know what I'm saying? It's up there and it's stuck there. What's up, another billionaire queen with the business is? I'm not playing those games with you. All my female friends know off the rip, I'm their homeboy, because I don't do things outside of being homeboy. They don't spend a night over here, I don't spend a night over there. We don't sleep in the same bed together, we don't do none of that. We don't do none of that. They know one thing. At the end of the night, when I get full of oil, I'm going to the house. And I don't go over my homegirl's house at inappropriate times. That just being real and 100. I don't go over their house at inappropriate times. I don't play games with them. I don't do that. You feel what I'm saying? They don't allow me to see them in outfits or inappropriate wear that they wouldn't let somebody else see. Y'all make sure y'all liking this here, man. Get this thing popping, man. Welcome everybody that just getting in. We on the topic of the day talking about male friends and female best friends. I don't believe in it. You feel what I'm saying? I'm going to be honest with you. Most of the time when women have male best friends, if the male best friend is unattractive, he might be in trouble. But if he's attractive and she's attractive, 9 out of 10, something has happened. I'm not gonna say all the way with the full intimacy of the situation, or they've been intimate with each other, but it has been conversations or things of that nature being like, why we didn't make it work, or why we didn't make this happen. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just that's what you're gonna see. That's the thing about it. I don't understand this whole thing. Like I told you before, I had a female. Let me give you a quick story time. I was talking to this female, man. I was really into it, digging and everything like that. And she told me she had a male best friend. All right, with her having a male best friend, what I noticed is that she was so she was so into her male best friend to where it was almost like it was egregious. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, it was egregious. She told, like, she would get mad at this man's wife. Like, listen to me now. She would get mad at this man's wife because the wife told her that the best, quote unquote, the male best friend was having surgery, was not doing well. And the wife told her, stop reaching out. Stop reaching out. I'm the wife. I'm going to take care of my business. As a wife should. That means that wife saying full-fledged 100, this is my man, this is my husband, this is my soulmate, this is my companion, this is what God placed me together with. This woman literally got mad. This woman literally got mad and went around the wife and called the mama. So the mama can, you know what I'm saying, can get in touch with, you know what I'm saying, the mama can get in touch with the male best friend. So me and her running, she's not my girlfriend at the time, I'm just running conversation with her. And she telling me the situation. I told her, I said, you in love with your best friend. You feel what I'm saying? I saw the dude. The dude wasn't even all that. He had the bankroll. So that's a whole nother conversation. But he had the bankroll. You feel what I'm saying? But for her to do all that, you feel what I'm saying? And I noticed that he was you know what I'm saying? He was in love with her too. You feel what I'm saying? Because you don't do the things that you do. Let me tell y'all something about male best friends and female best friends. If I had a wife right now and I had a female best friend, my female best friend would know off the rip that our relationship is still our relationship, but she can't never do the things that my wife should be doing. You don't get that privilege. You do not get that privilege. Like, when you're in a relationship, you shouldn't have no best friend except your companion. And real friends understand that. Real friends understand that. They understand that, guess what? At the end of the day, I shouldn't be sharing nothing with this other person that I should not be sharing with you. I should not be sharing with you. Because why in the world what is it that I'm talking to this person about that I can't talk to Bay about? Make it make sense to me. What am I talking to? What am I talking to this person about that I can't talk to Bay about? Explain to me. Make it make sense to me. I don't get it. So why would you sit here and say that you got to have, I want you to get this, I would think about this. You saying that you got a best friend and you got a companion, you ain't ready to be in a relationship. That's all the way 100. If you still sitting around here talking about, I got a best friend and I got my companion, you're not ready to be in a relationship. And that's being all the way 100. Let's see what's going on my app. Let me see what's going on my app. But real though, that's just being 100. That's real and 100. Because the reality of it is that if you call yourself, how you say you sold out into a relationship and you are 100, 10 toes down in a relationship, how can you say you 10 toes down in a relationship and you still having things that you can't talk to your mate about? That ain't the person for you. Or you're not the person for them. Because real relationships mean that you got to buy all the way into it. You feel what I'm saying? You got to buy all the way into them. If you're not buying all the way into them, then guess what? You're wasting your time. And that's just being 100. That's being all the way 100. You can't tell me that you really truly focus and want to be in a relationship. If you can't tell me you all the way focused and want to be in a relationship and you only giving part of the effort. You can't tell me that. And the reason why I say you can't tell me that is because I take it like this here. And I'm really being open and transparent. If it's something that you can talk to somebody else about that you can't talk to me about, they're more important than me. Yeah. They're more important than me. In so many words, you're basically telling me that they're more important than me. Because we grown. And for number one, if it's something that you're doing, if it's something that you're doing that you can't tell me, then you ain't no right person in a relationship. You don't need to be in a relationship. Because you still have things, you feel what I'm saying? You still have things that you need to work on. See what I'm saying? Because it's like, oh, I can't tell my girl about me having lunch with, you know what I'm saying, my coworker. Why not? Why not? Why not? I can go tell my homeboy. I go to my homeboy and say, man, yeah, I had, you know what I'm saying, oh Lee, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, I'm about to say, Alicia. I had dinner with her, I had lunch with her the other day. If I ain't do nothing wrong, and why should I only have to tell my homeboy that? If I'm really dedicated to a relationship, I should be able to tell my woman that too. I should be able to tell my woman that. But the reason why we don't is because the reality of it is we're not ready to be in that type of relationship. We're not ready to be all that way. We're not ready to be open and honest on that level. See, it takes grown folks to be on that level. Everybody want to say they grown. Everybody say they mentally mature for this, but they not. This is child's play. Men and women were created to procreate. They weren't created to be friends. They weren't created to be friends. Now, don't get it twisted. Just because we was created for that, that does not mean that could happen. But it's rules and stipulations that goes with that. It's rules and stipulations that go with that. I can't be your friend because I didn't have intentions of being your friend. I did not see you and your fine self in Walmart, in Target, or at the gas station. I didn't look at you and say, hey, she got a great personality. I want to be her friend. No. You told me that you had a man. I asked you, could you have friends? You gave me your number. We just kept on being friends. You think I'm attractive. I think you attractive. So we play this little game like we're just cool. And you know what I'm saying? Now I'm the play brother and all that foolishness. But that's not what it is. The reality of it is that the right day, right time, you get your screws knocked loose. You feel what I'm saying? And I nail you to the cross. And that's just the truth. That's what God loves. No man is walking around here 110% walking up to a woman and say, I just want to be your friend, especially if you fine. Think about, babe, I just want you to think, ladies, to yourself. Think to yourself. You done put on that outfit. You done put them clothes on. And you looking good and looking fine as wine. I'm talking about sweet about meat. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about beautiful. And a man walks up to you and says, how you doing? I seen your fine, luscious, beautiful self from across the room. I want to know if I could be your friend. What's going through your mind? You know what's going through your mind? The reality of it is, you know what's going through your mind? Your mind saying that, yeah, whatever. That's exactly what you're saying. So I want you to think to yourself, when this man tells you that, and I want you to think to yourself what it looks like when you tell your man, he's just my friend. And he don't look at me like that. I'm like his sister. How dumb do that sound? We're not meant to be friends. Now, we might make ourselves be friends. That's what it is. But we're not meant to be friends. That's not what we meant to do. We were here, a man and a woman meant to procreate, recreate life. So in order for us to recreate life, somebody got to get felt on. So it's intended for us to be attracted to each other. We can't cut them on and cut it off if we want to. If you're my friend and you fine, you're fine. I don't have no friendship lens. You know, I got a homegirl that's fine as fine can be, and that I just ain't touched her. That's just the honest to God truth. Listen to me again. Let me get a little closer. Let me get a little closer so you hear what I'm saying. I got homegirl. Listen what I'm saying. Oh, and let me say something. This is out to my beautiful ladies out there. You are the home. If you fine as wine and you're a beautiful sight for the eyes, baby, you are just a fine friend that he ain't touched yet. And the reason why I say yet, because you never can tell the future. But that's what you are. Don't feel offended, because he might respect you. He might do everything the right thing to do. He do the right things with you. But don't get it twisted. He will nail you to the cross. He will work your socks off. You let the right amount of alcohol get involved in this situation, and things change. So I'm me personally, when it comes to me and dating, I don't date women with a whole bunch of male friends. I don't date women with male best friends because I'm trying to figure out like what you need one of them for. You got me. Especially women that tell me, oh that's you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna men we bro for life. That's my bro for life. That's cool. And I'm not gonna change that. And I'm man enough to stay out your way to make sure y'all keep that same relationship. You feel what I'm saying? But like I was on my live earlier on the Clock app, you know what I'm saying? On the Clock app, and guess what? I had a woman get on there and say, man, my male best friend turned into my baby dad. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Because it's just no way around it. Like, you know, because babe, I'm telling you now, don't, and I'm gonna tell you something. Y'all know it. Majority of y'all already know it. Y'all just play like y'all don't. But the reality is you really do know. You know it, you embrace it, and some of y'all, I ain't saying all, some of y'all like it. Y'all like having that safety valve. Y'all like having that safety valve. A lot of women enjoy having that safety valve. You know what I'm saying? A lot of women enjoy having that safety valve. A lot of women love it. A lot of women love having a safety valve. Especially if her male best friend is almost like a borderline superhero. You know what I'm saying? If he's good looking, he's well dressed, he presents himself well. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like he's the standard. If you ever watch the movie Brown Sugar, man, you'll see. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that's the main thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? And especially if he's a guy of some character, got some little status and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm gonna tell you another thing. So I remember one time this female called us having a little play brother. You got a play brother, right? Mm-hmm. You got a play brother. That's cool. I ain't got nothing to do with me. And I had just met her or whatever, and I had went out to the club or whatever. And she was like, I want you to meet my play brother. I want you to meet my brother. Woo woo. When I meet the play brother, I guess he called himself on some size me up on like some. So what you do, this, here, that. So I told him, I said, man, so I told him what I did or whatever, you know. So he was like, man, you know, I don't play by my little sister. And I'm saying to myself, it's kind of cute. You know, this is real cute. You know, I don't play with my little sister. And I'm saying to myself, I'm just sitting there looking and like, he's acting real aggressive. Real aggressive for somebody just a play brother. Because I've met brothers. I've met like real brothers. And let me tell you something else. Real brothers, they don't act like that. Point blank the story, real brothers about their sister, let me tell you what they do. And they want their sister to be happy. They're not trying to run no man off. Let me say it again for those in the back. Real brothers, real friends, they just want to see their friend or their sister happy. Not try to run nobody off. They're not trying to intimidate nothing. They're not trying to intimidate nothing. And the reason why they ain't trying to intimidate nothing, because what's the point of trying to run somebody off if you ain't got no dog in the fight? Make that make sense. What's the point of trying to run somebody off if you ain't got no dog in the fight? Explain it to me. No, you're trying to intimidate because you want it to yourself, homie. And later to find out they had something else going. They had a little thing for one little stint or whatever. I just don't get it. I don't understand why people even play them games. You feel what I'm saying? I just don't get it. I just don't understand why people play the games and be like, oh, that's just my friend. Oh, that. No, it's not. He'll slaughter you. And don't get it twisted. It's vice versa. Women with male best friends and males with female best friends. The female best friend just as worse as the male best friend. Don't get it twisted. Ladies, don't trust that woman. Don't trust her. Don't trust her. Don't trust it. Don't be disrespectful, but don't trust that. Set your ground rules and tell them off the rip. That's not. They weren't born with you. That ain't blood. That I'm your best friend now. It's nothing that woman should be able to do that you shouldn't get your woman to do. Let me say it again for those in the back. It is nothing that girl best friend should do that my woman can't do for me. Not a thing. To tell you the truth, it should be even funner to do it with your woman, because if she's just your best friend and she's doing something, I want a reward for it. I do. I don't know about y'all. The psychologists say rewarded behavior is repeated behavior. So guess what? So if whatever I come to do, I'd rather do it with my woman, because at the end of it, I'm going to get a reward. I'm going to get a treat. You know what I'm saying? We're going to treat each other. You know, it doesn't make any sense. You want to call me to hang up TVs at your house, and I'm just your male best friend, right? You think I'm coming over there just to hang TVs up when you got a man that you laying up with? Men don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Men don't do that. Housewarming gifts and things like that, understandable. But if I know you got a boyfriend and I'm your male best friend, first thing I'm going to do is I'm like, where your boyfriend at? Well, tell him, come on, we finna go do it together. Me and him will do it together. But I'm not coming over there by myself just to hang TVs up. I don't get it. Make it make sense to me. It's either the stipulations are wrong, or I must be out of my mind. I must be out of whack. I don't get it. They cannot make me make this make sense. So when I hear people saying, oh, that's just my friend, I have a huge problem with that. A huge problem with that. Because it's funny to me. It's very, very entertaining to me. Like when I hear women that be like, oh, I'm going out of town, my home, but oh, you counsel. That's just how I feel. I can't speak for nobody else, but that's just how I feel. You counsel. I'm not even wasting my time with that. If you tell me that you finna go out of town with your male best friend, I'm gonna ask you why. Oh, I'm just going to kick it. Come on, man. Come on, man. Make it make sense. Come on, make it make sense. You just going to kick it. You going to kick it with your homeboy, but I'm the dude that's trying to holler at you, or I'm the man that's trying to, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. It don't make sense to me. This is why it's so important to deal with people with intentions. If you're not intentional in what you do, this is the kind of stuff you have to settle for. See, but when you're intentional, I got standards, I got boundaries, and I would tell anybody else to have their own. Have standards, have boundaries, because you do not want to play yourself and don't have yourself looking like a fool. And trust your gut, trust your intuition. Terrence Howard said it best on 50 Cent, Get Rich or Die Trying. When he said, when I'm right, I'm right. But when I'm wrong, I'm still right. Because I could have been wrong about being right. Let me say it again. He said, when I'm right, I'm right. But I'm right. He said, when I'm wrong, I'm still right. Because I could have been wrong about being right. Come on, man. Make it make sense. That basically means this here. If I run into a situation trusting my gut, because I could have been wrong about being right. You know what I'm saying? Could have been wrong about being right. And let me show you what I mean. He said, when I'm right, I'm right. And when I'm wrong, I'm still right, because I could have been wrong about being right. And let me show you what this is. Because that means this. Let me show you. Let me show what it means. If I stop talking to you because I feel like it's something else, because I feel like something else, so guess what? I could say the right thing for me to do is just leave us alone, right? Now, I could have been wrong about you fooling with somebody else, or you got some slick going on, right? And I've been like, you know what I'm saying? The right thing for me to do is to leave you alone. You feel what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? But guess what? I'm still winning because I had enough about me to make a decision that's beneficial for me. Or I could have been wrong. I could have been wrong about being right. Now, I could have been like, that ain't the right thing to do. The right thing to do for me is to just stick it out. And I could have been dead to the wrong. I could have been wrong for staying with you. Even though I was right about you fooling with somebody, but I was wrong to myself for staying with you. I know that's gonna tongue twist a lot of people. I know that's gonna have you mind blown. But guess what though? The reason, point blank of me telling you all this is, you got to stay true to yourself. You got to make yourself happy, because I'm telling you, you know how many people right now that are sitting here watching this live right now and watching this live stream right now, and they're gonna say, you know what? That's making some sense. And you gonna reflect back on a couple times where you said in your heart and in your gut, you was like, you know what? I knew I had a feeling about something. But instead of me going with it, I stuck it out. And I was wrong about being right. I was wrong about being right. You was right the whole time, but you were wrong because you talked yourself out of it. And that's the truth, man. Watch 50 Cent Get Rich Die Trying, Terrence Howard, and and 50 Cent when he came home from jail and the dude was sitting in the back seat. You feel what I'm saying? Watch it, because you know what? He had a good feeling. When you right, you right. But when you wrong, you still right. You feel what I'm saying? You still right. So my point of telling you this here, if you got a good feeling and something telling you to move, move. Because you'll live to regret it. I don't play games with people. That's not what I do. And I don't promote that with people either. And if your gut telling you to do something, do it. There's so many people right now in relationships right now that you know they should have left. They woke up this morning saying, I should just pack up and leave. I should pack up and leave. But they still hanging on. They still hanging on. And a lot of them got problems with the best friend and the friends and stuff like that. I'm not trying to enclose nobody and put nobody in no enclosure. But what is it that you can tell your friend that you can't tell your companion? Y'all make sure y'all like the live, man. Show some love. What is it about your friends that you can tell your friends that you can't tell your companion? I've seen some of the most disrespectful stuff in the world. A certain celebrity says that in their group chat, in their girls' group chat, they have it's such a thing about the quarterback from the Philadelphia Eagles, Jalen Hurts, right? Now, as a man, why in the world would I think that's appropriate? Why is it that my wife, a grown adult, grown woman, over 40, why is it okay for you and your friends to have a group chat discussing other men? Make it make sense for me. This is where we at in society. First of all, this is why I talk about your mate being your best friend. What is it that you're talking about in that group text that's so important to where you were willing to talk about other men? Make it make sense for me. Is that appropriate? Is that appropriate for people that are married to be in a girls' or men's group text talking about people of the opposite sex in a desirable manner? Make it make sense. Do you think that's respectful? If you're just put yourself in that situation, you are married, everything's going well, and then you go get in the group text of your significant other, and you see that they are fantasizing and mesmerized by somebody of the opposite sex. Explain to me, how does that make sense? People always want to know, Roy, why you're so team super single to the bone, Wilson. This is why. Because it's society's norms. See, I'm old school Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? My mother and father met and got married within 9 months, been together 40 years. But the biggest thing, they put God first in relationship, but number 2, they put respect there. Yeah, so you see, I have enough respect for myself to where I can't settle. I just can't give that, certain things I'm just not going for. Because I promise you, in all relationships, You're gonna have boundaries, and they're gonna get pushed. But if you let them boundaries get pushed too early in a relationship, it's gonna be completely out of bounds. It's gonna be completely out of bounds, and it's gonna be too late. It's gonna be completely out of bounds, and it's gonna be too late. And what you gonna do then? Can't press the reset button. Because once you allow people to do something, they're gonna keep doing it. Believe it or not. That's why I'm starting to believe that the strictest part of a relationship is the first 5 years. Serious business though, 5 years. The first 5 years should be the strictest part of a relationship. Because within them 5 years, you really set a foundation and a foundation. And the reason why I say it's the strictest because it's the most strict. You know what I'm saying? So let me stop. I'm sounding like Louisiana Ebony. Like, once that first 5 years out the way, you set a real foundation. Them first 90 days, it's nowhere. Listen, you should have a zero tolerance the first 6 months in a relationship. Zero. In the first 6 months, you should have a zero tolerance. Zero. Because I promise you, man, anybody that want to be with you, they going to adhere to that. They going to go adhere to whatever your boundaries are, anybody that's really into you. But your first 6 months should be zero tolerance. Don't bend, don't fold, don't break. Because you're going to have enough time in a relationship, if it's really serious, that y'all can keep pushing the envelope with each other. That's the honest to God truth. So, I'm going to get ready to get up over here, man. I'll be on the clock out later on tonight. I just want to have that conversation about male friends, female friends. I'm the one and only real Roy, a.k.a. chosen, not taken. I appreciate the love, appreciate the support. Keep showing your boy some love. Keep showing your boy some love. Got 3 things before I go. God loves you, I love you, and we keep loving each other. The world's going to be a better place. One love.